Welcome to Milestone 2. This week we are going to be working with 5 different color schemes. The first one is analogous. You are going to pick 3 colors that's next to one another on the color wheel. So first of all, I'm going to select my 3 hues. I'm going to click this box. I'm going to highlight it with my black arrow. Highlight it. I'm going to take my eyedropper and I'm going to click it on red. Okay? Click off of it. I'm going to highlight my second hue. My second hue, highlight, I'm going to click my eyedropper and I'm going to use this cool like red purplish color. This third one, I'm going to click on my box. I'm going to do the eyedropper and I'm going to do this color right here. So in other words, I am using these 3 colors. Okay, I could have picked any 3 that I want. Now I'm going to complete the color swatches, which is going to be your color palette to complete your image, okay? So it's going to be exactly like you did last week. I'm just going to do one just for a sample, okay? So I'm going to pick this 100%. I'm going to take my eyedropper and I'm going to go red. Now I'm going to teach you a little trick to make a color swatch. That way it's easier for you to get the color combinations. So what you're going to do, you're going to go up to your color box right here. You're going to click on this right here and you're going to say create new swatch. I've really already done that, but that's okay. I'm going to name the swatch red and then I'm going to say okay. Whoops. I already did it once, so I'm going to say red 1. Okay. So now I've got red 1. So now I am going to click on the 90%. I'm going to take my eyedropper. Here, I'm going to go to my red 1. And do you see how this comes up to 100%? But I want 90%, right? I'm going to type in 90% and I'm going to say return. Okay? Now I'm going to do the very same thing. I'm going to click 80%. I'm going to click the eyedropper, go to red 1. It's going to set it up at 100%, so I can make it 80%. So it's so much easier to get this thing going. Okay. Okay, so I jumped ahead and I finished my first column. This is tense because you've added white. Now what we're going to do, we're going to take 100% of the hue and we are going to add black to do some shades. So this is what you need to do. So pay close attention here. So what I'm going to do, I am going to highlight pretty much all of the boxes. I'm going to make them red. They're all 100% red, right? So then what you have to do, you're going to go over to these 3 little lines. You're going to change it back to CMYK. The reason I'm doing that now is going to be very easy for you to add the different grays, okay? So here it's no gray, 100% of the color. So I'm clicking this. I'm going to go over here and it says 10% black. I'm going to type in 10% black and I'm going to go return. I'm clicking on the second one, 20%. It's already highlighted. You just type in 20%. Okay? The next one is 30%, right? You just follow it all the way down. Okay? So it's exactly like week 1, and you're going to be doing this for every single color. Okay? Excuse me. So I kind of jumped ahead again. I have completed the color palette for this color. So you need to go ahead and you need to do it for all 3 of those colors, okay? I'm going to fill them in and I'll be back with you in a second and I will show you how to apply it to your graphic. Okay, I've jumped ahead and I have created my color palette for my fish over here. So let me take my hand. I'm going to move this over. Move this over. So now this is going to make it so much simpler for you. So you really don't need these color palettes anymore. Okay. I'm going to get rid of this right here. Well, that's not, let me just move this down a little bit. Okay. So this is the color palette you're going to be using. So let me get this back over here. So now, what you're going to do, you're going to click on a piece here. So I think see how this is one piece right here? I think I'm going to make this, I don't know. I think I'm just going to go ahead and make it this color. So let me go back. Let's do the eyedropper and let's make this color. So one thing, this is kind of getting into different layers here. So what you're going to do, you're going to take this and you're going to say object arrange, send to back. Okay. Whoops. Did something there. So now I'm going to go to another piece. Even though the red is there, if you pick another color, it's on a back layer. If you're familiar with using layers, you can do that, but it really doesn't make a difference. So now what I'm going to do, I think I want this tail thing to be kind of purplish. So I'm going to take this, I'm going to take my eyedropper, and I think I'm going to click it right there. Okay. So how cool is that? So I think I'm going to click on the next one. And since I sent that red to the back, it's going to be to the back, so you can still click. If you find that you cannot actually grab a shape or something, it's all you have to do is take the biggest shape and send it to the back. Okay, it sounds complicated, but it's very easy. So I think I'm going to have lots of different shades. So I think this time I'm going to take the eyedropper and I'm going to go here. Maybe I want a little bit more contrast. I am going to do the eyedropper and I'm going to do this. But now I think I want a little bit more value in that. Okay. So now I'm going to click this one right here and I'm going to eyedropper it and I'm going to go here. See what beautiful, beautiful shades you can get here? So even on each one of these little shapes here, you can do a totally different color. Maybe you want to have those, all these, this little section here. You use the eyedropper. What you're doing, you are using every single, all these different, this is your palette right here. Okay. So if I find that maybe I want to go from light to dark. Okay. So this was over here. So I'm going to do the, so all that work that you have done really adds a lot of different, it just makes it so much more richer. So now I think I'm going to go light to dark. So I think I'm going to go here. I'm going to do the eyedropper and I'm going to go down to here. So you can just see the subtleties of all the different colors. You're going to fill in all these different shapes. So what your clue is to try to get at least maybe 25 or even 30 different colors in there. Also, when you're done, maybe this back color, maybe you want it to be a little bit different. So you can go in and you can select another, maybe you want it to be a little bit deeper or something like that. Okay. So you can select maybe something like this. Or maybe not, maybe anything. You can change it. You see how I'm clicking? Every time I'm clicking, because I've got that highlighted, it can be on any different color you want. Okay, so that's kind of interesting. So now I'm going to do the background color. That is something very, very important that you really, really need to do. So I think I'm going to do the background, maybe this color. Make sure you take the object, arrange, send to back. Okay, so this, you get a really, really rich color combination and it's called an analogous color scheme. One thing you may want to do too, if you find that these black lines are kind of bothering you, what you can do, you can click on the line and you can take it off. Okay, so this is what I have for analogous color scheme. And then what you're going to do, you are going to, let me pull out a little bit so I can show you what we're doing. You're going to go and I'm going to add color palettes on here. You're going to add a color palette. The complements, you've just got two different complements here. Okay, so you're going to fill out your color schemes and you're going to have to create your palette. Okay, so that's it for this. So hopefully it's self-explanatory. I will try to do another section maybe on triad and add it. Okay, so thank you very much. If you have any questions, please call me. I am available to do hopefully my go-to meetings will be set up that we can do a one-on-one and I can walk you through it, because it's all you're doing is filling in. You're not drawing anything. It's all you're doing is filling in shapes that I have already created. And this is going to be so good for fashion people, for film, for anything that really gives you a lot of options, and color schemes always look great. Okay. So, and all these different cool combinations are going to go on your final poster. So until next time, have fun with Milestone 2. Thanks.